love at first swipe. It's easy to say we've all been there. You're swiping through the endless sea of faces on your favorite dating app when suddenly you stop. You turn the phone towards your bestie. Ew, this one, you say, pointing. Your friend leans in closer. Wait, hold on. Your friend snatches your phone from your hands. This is so embarrassing. You protest as your friend closes in on the face of the person you had been eyeing. But before you can stop her, she's already hit that match button. Now you both wait as the notification pops up. Swipe right to start chatting. Your friend raises her eyebrows. No way, she says. That's his phone number. Confused, you look down at your own phone. It shows 11:32 p.m. As you turn to your friend, your phone flashes with an incoming text. You snatch it away from her before she can cause any more damage and read. Hey, I think I left my phone on the table by the bar. Can you check? You look up to see a handsome stranger standing above you. Yeah, sure. You reply, I'll go check. And then he turns and walks away. See you later, he shouts over his shoulder, and that's when your friend grabs your arm. No way, she whispers. That's my phone number. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the ins and outs of love at first swipe. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell icon to stay updated on all our videos. Let's begin. So, the two characters in this scenario are thrown together by a case of mistaken identity. In fact, they're two sides of the same coin. The girl is a hopeless romantic, while the guy is a sarcastic realist. We follow these two as they accidentally take each other's phones home after a night out at a crowded rooftop bar. They have matching phones, so confusion ensues, forcing them to communicate through their friends, co-workers, and even their parents who keep calling and texting the wrong person. Things are further complicated when their mum groups chat, which consists of the mothers of both main characters, join the fray. Embarrassing secrets are revealed, such as bad singing notes, weird shopping lists, and half-written love letters. The texts aren't meant for them, but they still see everything, and now the pressure is on for them to figure out a way to get the phones back without revealing themselves. But it's not all bad. As the story progresses, it becomes clear that beneath the sarcasm lies a sweet guy who just wants to be loved, and that beneath the romanticism hides a woman who craves connection. As they continue to grow closer, they realize that what they thought was perfect for them might not be. The girl starts to fall for the guy's dry wit and sense of responsibility, while he finds himself drawn to her optimism and kindness. Despite the initial awkwardness, the constant mix-ups and embarrassing revelations lead to some hilarious situations. These two will have to learn to work together to fix the mess they've created. The meet cute comes when they finally decide to meet up and exchange the phones. They're immediately attracted to each other, but their opposite personalities clash, causing lots of bickering. Despite their differences, though, they find themselves growing closer and closer. Maybe being stuck with each other isn't so bad after all. But there has to be a reason why they were matched in the first place, right? So they start playing matchmaker, setting up their single friends on blind dates, and trying to play God with everyone's love lives. This leads to even more chaos and complications, but ultimately helps them understand themselves better. When the grand gesture happens, things take a turn for the worse. One of them gets angry and says something hurtful that causes the other to run away. They realize that they can't live like this anymore and decide to confess their true feelings. They take the leap of faith and make their feelings known. In the end, they're better off without the other, right? Not quite. Just as they're about to give up hope, the other makes a grand gesture. They put their feelings on display for everyone to see, whether it's a funny video edit, a song uploaded to social media, or a public message on a giant screen. This confession melts the other's heart and they run into each other's arms. In the end, they admit their love for each other and live happily ever after. So where did these two lovebirds first meet? No surprises here. It was at that crowded rooftop bar. Their eyes met across the room and sparks flew instantly. But neither of them could have predicted what would happen next. As fate would have it, they both ended up taking the same cab home. And when they arrived at their apartment building, they realized they lived just floors apart. But it wasn't until weeks later that they discovered the truth behind their chance encounter. With a little help from their friends and a lot of hilarious situations, they were finally able to piece together what had happened that fateful night. Turns out their phones had been mixed up at the bar, leading 2 weeks of mistaken identity and unexpected romance. From the moment they laid eyes on each other again, they knew they had something special. They began seeing each other regularly, exploring the city and getting to know each other better. Despite their differences, they were drawn to each other's unique qualities and couldn't help but fall in love. They eventually admitted their feelings for each other and decided to take the plunge. What followed was a whirlwind romance. They went on romantic dates, met each other's families, and made each other laugh until their sides hurt. Through it all, they learned that sometimes all it takes is one swipe to find the love of your life. But this story doesn't end there. As they settle into their relationship, they begin to notice that their phone mix-up had an even deeper meaning. Each phone contained aspects of who they were before they met, allowing them to confront and overcome personal issues they hadn't realized they had. For example, the girl realized that her tendency to jump into relationships headfirst was holding her back from achieving her dreams. The guy, on the other hand, learned that his fear of vulnerability was keeping him from forming meaningful connections. Through the process of self-discovery, they grew individually and as a couple, becoming stronger and more connected than ever before. We want to hear from you now. Do you believe in love at first swipe? Have you ever experienced something similar to the girl or the guy in the story? Share your thoughts and experiences with us in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to be notified when we release new videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.